Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Last outing for the Lakers, unsuccessful, coming away with a loss to the Pacers. They got caught flat-footed, lost a game they felt should have been theirs. Looking to turn the page here. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be over calm, over cool, over collective.
A chance to look around and see all the sights and sounds that downtown Cleveland has to offer. The Lakers continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Cavaliers again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
And really no surprise here, guys, at all to find them among the elite teams in their conference. And moreover, I'd say this is a team with a legitimate chance to win it all.
I'm with you there. That's a safe bet. I mean, they've played angry this year with an edge, really pounding down and beating up on people. As long as they save some of that fire and fight for the postseason, they're going to be a scary team to face.
And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Brandon Bass. Russell is out there with Kobe. Then there's Brown, and it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. Now here is Smith. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And that one's good. Wow.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Here's Hibbert, following the basket by Kevin Love.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. There is Zhao, passes to James. And stolen by Russell. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. That's good. Russell's got his first basket of the night.
What a nice play. Stole it away and took it coast to coast.
And former coach of the year, Byron Scott, now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Here is Bryant, following the basket by LeBron James.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
Russell kicks to Bass. Inside, here's Hibbert. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Hibbert's got 5 now.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
The drive by James. Good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here is Bass, following the basket by LeBron James. And the rejection by James. so timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov comes in for Anderson Varejao. And Harris subbed in for Smith. Here's Harris. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Russell kicks to Bass. And he drops it in from the low post. The Cavaliers leading by 5.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass,
Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
LeBron drives in the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now, here is Russell. Boy, he just disappeared against Indiana, and they really needed him. And stolen by Love. Up the floor, Harris dishes to James. Cleveland moving it around for three. Love, good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Love's got 5 points so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And how much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Shumpert comes in for Harris. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Williams.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
Here's Shumpert after the basket by the Lakers.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out. You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38. Then last year, down to 35.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Cleveland. It's going to be 2 free throws through contact on the shot. Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Oh my God.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
No good on the second free throw. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Pacers in Indiana.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, And in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Clarkson passes to Sacre. Mozgov with the block. Up in time. The shot will not go. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 13. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And speaking with Roy Hibbert before the game, he helped illuminate their defensive philosophy. When you have that sort of focus like Hibbert, that kind of confidence on display on a nightly basis, Greg, you are a game changer, and he does change games every night.
You know, and we saw his skill set and execution develop very rapidly over the course of just a couple years. He worked extremely hard to become the force he is on the interior in this game.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Russell is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Randall. Then there's Brown. And it's Black in at the 5. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Thompson against Randall. It's Thompson off the drive. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
That's good. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Here is Bass. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The drive by Smith for 3. Love. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night. Lakers trail by 20. Bass with a screen for Russell. Down low. Can they get it? And the rejection by Love. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Lakers. Down low. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Kobe Bryant. He's really stood out for them over the past month. Averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now Brown, following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. Russell kicks to Brown. Offensive rebound. Another shot, and there's the nice layup by Hibbert. Hibbert's got 7.
And that put back about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened? Oh! What a nice feed by Kobe that time.
The Cavaliers leading by 18. Smith outside. From outside the arc, he's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
The drive by Russell, and he gets it to go. Russell's got his second bucket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Well, there may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old-school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Loved watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And guys, one thing that stands out to me about Russell is how good he is at certain NBA plays. Very strong in the pick and roll already, knows how to attack with contact, great vision, and he can also shoot the basketball.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Hibbert. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Clarkson, and Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds, last touch by Jones. The Lakers making a switch here. Sacre's checked in. Here's Kobe. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Here's Hibbert. Good D by Jones.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's James. Pulled the shot a little left, but his way. James has got 15.
And you can say this just about every prospect, but I think with Russell, he'll need some time to adjust. He has the raw skill to play multiple spots on the floor, but each position has a nuance to it that he'll need some time to learn.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year he passed Jerry West on the all-time postseason scoring list. I'm sure he'll just continue to climb up the record books.
Williams, he's checked in for Kobe. .130 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Young. Mozgov with the block. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Shumpert's running. Count that one. Dellavedova's got 6 points.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And for LeBron in the playoffs last season, he did more than just score. Clark, he did it all and really stepped his game up when Kevin Love went down, when Kyrie Irving was hobbled. He covered every base.
Yep, and that's what's so impressive about LeBron in the playoffs. Everybody expects him to lead and hit big shots, and he never lets them down. Very rarely does he come up short in big moments.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. That's going to send Iman Shumpert to the line. That's Nick Young. Randall's checked in for the Lakers. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulgence.